Listen to another presentation of Raider basketball on your home for Raider sports, WWSU 106.9 FM. Raider up.
Good evening, Raider Nation, and welcome to Championship Tuesday. I'm Shea, Neal, alongside with me, Parker Testa, and we are ready for a title fight of all title fights. It's the Wright State Raiders and the Northern Kentucky Norse throwing down for a Horizon League championship. Parker, if the Horizon League could pick at the beginning of the year the two teams that bring the greatest energy, the best fans, the best games, and the two hottest teams in the conference right now, this is the dream matchup.
Dream matchup, it certainly is. You know, all four teams here that made it here to Indianapolis had a shot, and they had, and deservingly so. They're a really good four teams. You have to be a really good team to make it to Indianapolis every year. And again, the two best teams, the two hottest teams, made it here to this championship tonight as both teams come to the court right now, and the crowd goes wild here at the Farmers Coliseum. But again, both teams are very strong right now. Both teams are red hot, and the Raiders coming out tonight, they are wearing their all-black uniforms, as they should, for Championship Tuesday here at the Farmers Coliseum.
Absolutely, Parker. We know the stars that come into this game. Marquez Warwick, of course, all Horizon League. Tanner Holden, Grant Basile, Trey Calvin, Sam Vinson, the freshman of the year. But what's really going to make the difference tonight, Parker, is the guys that make an impact off the bench. And I'm looking at guys like Bryson Langdon. I'm looking at guys like Adrian Nelson. And for the Raiders, I'm looking at guys like Tim Finke, like Keaton Norris, and like A.J. Braun.
Yeah, A.J. Braun's going to start tonight for this team, but we don't want to not talk about Keaton Norris, because he was the guy that willed this team back last night when they were struggling. So Keaton Norris is a strong player off the bench. Sharpshooter he is off the bench for Scott Nagy. And then another player that I'm looking at to be very successful tonight for the Wright State Raiders, and that is going to be number 23, James Manns.
You calling your shot?
I think James Manns gets in tonight here for a little while and makes an impact. So three players I'm looking out for Wright State. Number 00, Grant Basile. Raiders need to have a presence inside tonight if they want to have a chance of beating this Northern Kentucky team. Trey Calvin from the outside. He needs to be red hot tonight and continue his streak of being red hot. He needs to shoot the ball well from the outside tonight. And I'm looking at Keaton Norris off the bench to continue his hot streak as well.
Absolutely. Another guy that's going to be big for this Raider team, of course, Andrew Welledge had moments this year where he has been an X factor off the bench for the Raiders. The Raiders are going to need that second unit to step up here tonight, and we'll see if they can deliver and answer the call. Starting lineups for both teams. First for the Norse, starting at guard, it's the freshman of the year, number 2, Sam Vinson. At the other guard, number 11, the senior, Bryson Langdon. At another guard, the senior, this is a smaller NKU team, but the senior, number 22, Trayvon Faulkner. Parker, this is the guy we're going to keep an eye on tonight for Northern Kentucky. Number 3, Marquez Warwick, averaging 16 points a game, and he's coming into this one with 8 consecutive 20-point contests. He is red hot, and he is a cold-blooded assassin. If this one's close down the stretch, best believe the ball is going to be in the hands of Marquez Warwick.
Yeah, and if you're Wright State, you don't want that. So you got to do whatever you can to defend Warwick. He's been great all year long. And another guy, going back to Faulkner. Faulkner is very aggressive. He's one of the most aggressive players in this NKU lineup. So I'm going to be looking for him to go at Grant Basile hard tonight. We'll see if Grant can step up his defensive game and defend Faulkner. And on the outside, you got to defend Warwick if you're these Wright State guards.
Jonathan Sierra, Mackenzie Hefferlin giving us a shout out from the student section. But finishing out the starting lineup for the Northern Kentucky Norse, number 21, the transfer from Detroit Mercy, Chris Brandon. He's a great interior defender, averaging 5 points and 8 rebounds a game. For the Raiders, you know him well. Trey Calvin, number 1, Tim Finke, number 24, Tanner Holden, number 2, Grant Basile, 00, and starting at center, the freshman, number 12, A.J. Braun. Parker.
It's the same starting lineup we saw last night, and it worked well, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely not. And we're going to see pieces like Wellage, like Norris, like Wilborn come off the bench tonight and hopefully give this team the spark they need to win their first ring since 2018. An NCAA tournament berth is on the line tonight between two historic rivals. Parker, for the final time this year,
unbelievable.
Score predictions.
Can't believe it's
who's winning and who's the leading scorer.
Can't believe it's the last one already. This year's flown by. But I think the Raiders pull this one out tonight. I really do. If we can see the team that we have seen over the last three halves of Wright State basketball, they no doubt in my mind will win this game tonight. If we see that team that we've seen, that we saw last night, and that we saw in the second half of that quarterfinal game against Oakland. Yep. I got the Raiders tonight, 73-68. Grant Basile leads all scorers. He'll have 24 points with 11 rebounds.
I like it. I like it a lot. I think the Raiders I don't see it playing out like last night played out. Of course, Cleveland State got down to a 15-point deficit, had troubles kind of cutting into that, except for a handful of times. I think this one's a 40-minute slugfest. I think this one stays close for the majority of the night. I'm going to go with the Raiders in a close battle between two very, very good teams. Give me Wright State 75-71. A little bit of a dark horse tonight. I've got Trey Calvin leading the Raiders with 24 points and 5 3-point shots. All right, national anthem coming up here at the Farmers Coliseum, and after that, let's get it going. 2 remain, and only one will go dancing. It's Wright State. It's Northern Kentucky. It's a rivalry you do not want to miss, and it starts next on WWSU 106.9.
Hey, what's going on? It's KF Nash from 1029 and 1410 Wing AM, and I'm a proud alum of WWSU. You're listening to Wright State Raiders Sports right here on WWSU 106.9 FM, where the Raiders play.
We are ready for the Horizon League Men's Basketball Championship game, live from the Indiana Farmers Coliseum here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Shea, Neal, alongside with me Parker Testa. Parker, the crowd is into it. The Rowdies are here. The Norse Nation is here. And this is exactly what a Horizon League Championship is meant to be.
Yeah, it is. The crowd is here. They are plentiful, and they are raring to go, and so are we. We've sat around all day just kind of itching to get out here and get to championship Tuesday night, and it is here as A.J. Braun and Grant Basile, Wright State Raiders, have come onto the floor here waiting for NKU
Absolutely.
to get set here, but this is going to be a ton of fun tonight. Absolute dogfight all the way to the end.
No doubt about it. Starting lineups, if you're just now joining us, Northern Kentucky in the gray. It's number 2, Sam Vincent. Number 3, Marquez Work. Number 11, Bryson Langdon. Number 22, Trayvon Faulkner. And number 21, Chris Brandon. For the Raiders, it's number 1, Trey Calvin. Number 2, Tanner Holden. Number 24, Tim Finke. 00, Grant Basile. And number 12, A.J. Braun. The Raiders, fitting, are going with the blackout for the championship fight.
Yeah, as they should. So, Grant Basile and who is that?
That's Chris Brandon.
Chris Brandon. Brandon and Basile meet at center court. We're underway from Indianapolis.
Raiders win the tip.
Yep.
Basile needing to be big tonight, and he takes the tip. He's done a great job all tournament long, all season long, giving the Raiders the first possession of the ball game. Holden, right elbow, out to Calvin. Raiders are going to have to find a way to work it inside here tonight. Calvin the drive, finding Braun. Braun up strong, a little too strong there. Rebound taken by Brandon.
Well, that's what I like, Shea. The Raiders need to have a presence inside tonight if they want to have a shot. That's a good start.
Langdon goes at Basile, draws an early foul, and Grant Basile picks one up. Bryson Langdon will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't like that foul call right there. Just kind of leaned into Grant right there, and Grant really didn't have anything he could do there, so it'll be Langdon going to the free throw line here for the Norse.
Langdon averaging 6 points a game this year, Parker, but we talked about it pregame, something that is not talked about enough. This is a 3-year starting point guard, and the reason why Warwick and Faulkner are so good is because this guy drives the bus. Bryson Langdon is a very, very important piece to this NKU team.
And Wright State has a very full student section here. I see nothing down on the NKU side of the court. So This favors Wright State as Langdon misses both free throws.
A little bit of nerves here as we get going in Indianapolis. Calvin brings it up. Langdon could not hit at the line. Basili up strong, and he's fouled. That might be on Warwick. And that is on Marquez Warwick. And that's a big first foul for NKU's most important player.
Yeah. So Basili will go to the free throw line here.
And how good was Grant last night? 27 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. And he gets the Raiders on the board first in the championship.
That's a start. Grant was great last night. We need him to come out and have that same aggressiveness that he did last night. Bring all of that here tonight because they're going to need every ounce of aggressiveness as he hits his second free throw. Raiders have an early 2-0 lead.
Not even a minute into the game, Parker, but in championship games like this, free throws mean so much. NKU missed a pair. Wright State nailed a pair. We'll see if that's a trend as the game goes on.
Got to hit your free throws if you want to have a chance to win the championship.
And this is Sam Vinson working against Finke. Vinson into the post. Freshman of the year, Sam Vinson up strong and got it to go.
Yeah, that's a good play by Vinson. Great defense by Finke. Just nothing he could do there. And here comes Trey Calvin. Calvin with it now. Calvin will hand off to Basili at the top of the key. Inside to Braun. Braun puts his shoulder down, goes up. No foul called. Braun, no foul, and it'll go into the hands of Langdon.
And Chris Brandon, one of the best interior defenders in this conference. Faulkner lost his dribble. Nice defense there by Holden. He gets it to Warwick. Warwick trying to work on Finke. Warwick spinning, getting a tough shot and knocking it down. And that's been the last 2 months of Marquez Warwick. He is the most dangerous offensive piece on this NKU roster. He hits a very tough shot to get started.
Calvin with it now. He'll hand it off to Finke on the left wing. Over to Braun in the corner. Holden now. Holden moves right. Holden on the right wing. Back to Basili. Basili puts a shoulder down into Faulkner. Double team comes. Braun down low. Loses the basketball. And it's picked up by Warwick.
And coast-to-coast miscommunication there by the Raiders. Langdon blows right by him and lays it in. 6-2 NKU.
Raiders need to pick up the pace here on both sides of the ball.
Calvin fakes the three, handoff Holden. Holden top of the key. Holden works his way into the paint. Tanner Holden pump fake, puts it up, left it short, tapped out, and Basili will come away with it. An extra possession for the Raiders.
And they need to get reset here. We're going to have a foul on.
Now they're just going to reset the shot clock there, I think.
We're going to see Keaton Norse check in for A.J. Braun. And, yeah, it is a shot clock issue, so they're going to reset here. Holden will inbound right at half court. He inbounds to Keaton Norris, gets it over to Calvin. Calvin guarded by Sam Vinson. Basili backing down Chris Brandon. Basili goes right through him, and he rounds it in, then he lays it in.
Grant Basili fought through a really tough double team there of Faulkner and Brandon, able to put it in off the glass. That's a big play there by a big-time player.
And what surprised me, he just went right through Brandon.
He did. And Brandon's not easy to go right through.
Absolutely. Brandon.
That's tipped and stolen by Calvin. Calvin coast to coast. Ties and no, it rimmed out. Man. Norris on the glass.
That's just bad luck right there. That's bad luck.
Finke. Nice extra pass. Calvin for three. Left it short. And the rebound taken by Vincent.
Yeah, going back to Chris Brandon, though, he's not easy to get through. He's 6'8", and he has a big body.
And he walked. Basili stayed with him the whole way, and one extra spin move by Chris Brandon gives the ball right back to Wright State. Both of these teams have come out full of energy tonight, Parker, and that's exactly what we expected.
Yeah. And here comes Keaton Norris. Full court press on for Northern Kentucky. And now Calvin with it as he crosses the Horizon League logo.
And Wright State historically struggled with the zone this year, but they found something last night against Cleveland State. We'll see if they can get back to it here tonight.
Basili cross court to Finke. Finke, three-pointer.
Good! Tim Finke with Vincent in his face. And Parker, that's that line drive three that Tim Finke was so good at a year ago. And he drills the first one he sends tonight. Big for the Raiders.
Vincent with it now. Drives on Tim Finke. Vincent, turnaround hook shot.
Great defense by Tim.
Rebound goes to Finke, and here comes Trey Calvin. Calvin looking for a target.
Raiders by 1, 7-6, 15:45 to go.
Binky inside to Basili. Turnaround hook shot, and there's a foul. Actually, it's just going to be out of bounds there. And it will stay with the Raiders when we return as we pause with our score with 15:43 to go in the first half. Wright State 7 and Northern Kentucky 6.
Goat.
Welcome back to the Indiana Farmers Coliseum, where with 15:33 to go, Wright State leads the Northern Kentucky Norse 7-6. I'm Parker Testa, joined alongside by Shea, Neal, as we see on our Jumbotron here at the Farmers Coliseum, third-year head coach Darren Horn of the Northern Kentucky Norse.
What a job he's done. Winning a championship in his first year, and not far off of one last year as well. Langdon inside, gets it to go. Bryson Langdon with 4 points, and the Norse retake the lead 8-7.
Here's Keaton Norris now. Calvin with it on the right wing. Calvin, who's guarded by Faulkner. Norris, top of the key. Norris, jumper free from the free throw line. No, rebound, Vincent.
And I like that shot by Keaton, and that's going to be a reach-in foul on Tanner Holden. I like that shot by Keaton. It was a great screen by Wilborn. Freed him up from the free throw line. I think more times than not, Keaton's going to be able to knock that shot down. So Holden and Basili both with a foul in the first 5 minutes of this one. Norse with the ball in an 8-7 lead.
C.J. Wilborn into the game for the first time. He replaces Basili.
Langdon driving again. Bryson Langdon trying to take over, and he puts it in.
Yeah, that's too easy for Langdon right there.
10-7. Norse lead on 6 Bryson Langdon points. Calvin splits the double team. Calvin sneaks his way in, left it short.
You got to hit those if you're Trey Calvin right there. That was too easy a shot to miss.
And the tip up and good by Holden. Calvin got a couple looks inside, couldn't get him to go, but Holden able to help him out and get the Raiders back within 1.
We expected a dogfight, and we've gotten one here early in the first 6 minutes.
And I think we've got 34 minutes of it, my guy.
Absolutely.
I don't think it changes anytime soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Faulkner driving on Holden. Big physical guard. Trayvon Faulkner guts it to go.
Yeah. And that's just too easy for Faulkner right there. Here's Calvin now. Calvin, long three-pointer. Got it! Raiders have tied it.
And back and forth they go. Warwick going right at Calvin. Double team comes. Gets it to Langdon. Langdon gets it to Faulkner. Vincent. Faulkner has Norris on him right now. That's not a good matchup for the Raiders. Warwick trying to go at Calvin. Warwick spinning into the paint. Marquez Warwick.
I mean, and what can you do if you're the defender right there? I mean, you can't do anything because he's playing the best defense he can, and the shot just falls every time for Warwick.
Calvin, pretty spin move. Backdoor feed to Finke.
Nice pass.
Finke gets it out to Norris. Norris fakes. Into Wilborn. Wilborn takes a dribble, and he walked with it.
Yeah, and those are the mistakes that you just can't make. You know, just mistakes that, you know, are really, you just shoot yourself in the foot in a championship game like this because, you know, you make those preventable mistakes. And
absolutely.
So you got to keep those to a minimum if you want to win a championship.
Basili Welledge in for the Raiders, and Holden and Wilborn will take a seat. Langdon, he's been strong so far tonight. He gets it to Faulkner. Norse with a 14-12 lead. 12:50 to go in the first half. Faulkner, tough shot. Left it short. Fight for the rebound. Basili boxes out Adrian Nelson.
And that's the first miss in the last 5 shots for the Norse.
Trey Robinson into the game for the Norse along with Adrian Nelson. Trey Robinson, they like this kid. Young, athletic, strong player inside. He picked up 5 fouls in 11 minutes in the game at the Netter Center. We'll see if he can play more of an impact here tonight. Basili trying to go right at Adrian Nelson. What a spin. He left it short. And a foul is going to be called on Grant. That's his second. So Grant Basili picks up 2 in the first 7 minutes. And A.J. Braun will check back in.
Yeah, you got to keep Grant out of foul trouble here. He's one of your most important players that Scott Nagy has. You got to keep him on the floor for the entirety of the game.
Langdon handoff to Robinson. Norse working it around, now top of the key. This is Warwick driving. Offensive foul! And now Warwick has 2.
Shea, here's something I'm looking at, and it's going to be very important for Wright State. Northern Kentucky Norse have attempted 9 shots. Raiders have attempted 15. Norse are shooting 7 for 9. Raiders are shooting 4 for 15. That's got to improve for Scott Nagy.
It does, and I think that, poor shooting does fix itself over time. I mean, it's the law of means. NKU's not going to shoot 80% the whole game. Wright State's not going to shoot 26% the whole game. But the Raiders have to be able to keep it close enough when they do heat up. It's not too late.
Here's Keaton Norris now on the left wing. Norris spins. Now he's going to try to redirect traffic here. Finke in the corner.
Vincent back into the game for Warwick. Warwick now has 2 fouls.
Holden with it now. That's one's poked away and taken away by Faulkner. He'll get it inside here to number 1. That's Trey Robinson. Back out to Faulkner. He lays it up and the foul.
Trayvon Faulkner, we talked about it before the game, just a very physical guard, embraces contact, and he's off to a strong start tonight. The Norse are as well. They lead it by 4.
As we're going to step away, we have reached our under 12 timeout. We'll pause our score with 11:40 to go. Northern Kentucky 16 and Wright State 12. Back in a moment. Welcome back to the Indiana Farmers Coliseum here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Shea, Neal, where our score with 11:40 to go in the first half is Northern Kentucky 16 and Wright State 12. It's been a defensive battle from the first tip. We're going to see Faulkner go to the free throw line here for Northern Kentucky. Student section on their feet for the Wright State Raiders, and he hits the end one opportunity.
Yeah, and Warwick and Basili both picked up 2 fouls early, so Faulkner and Langdon are going to need to be big for NKU. Holden and Calvin are going to need to be big for Wright State.
Here is Calvin. Calvin, double team comes, then drops off. Calvin drives right at the bucket and hits a tough shot.
Come on, Trey. Don't do it to him. What a shot. Vincent gets around a screen. Double team comes. Trey Robinson going right at Calvin. Vincent, 15 to shoot. 11 to go in the first half. Faulkner. Vincent now with 10 to shoot. Goes at Braun. Lost the ball. Fight for it. Braun comes away with it.
Unbelievable defense. Now here is Tim Finke. Finke with it, and the Raiders are going to reset.
And that's freshman on freshman, and Braun wins that matchup. That's big.
Calvin. 10:43 to go. Northern Norse by 3. Calvin drive. Shot good.
Come on, Trey. How are you doing this? He's single-handedly gotten the Raiders back within 1.
Norse are 5 of the last 6. Wright State's have 4 of the last 5.
This is what it's all about. Both teams red hot. Both teams playing tough. We got a 1-point game.
Here's Robinson. Guarded by Trey Calvin. Robinson drives.
Nice pass.
Nice pass. And number 4, Adrian Nelson lays it in to put the Norris lead back to 3.
Nelson started a good chunk of the year for NKU, but now comes off the bench, kind of is the leader of that second unit. And he's done a great job with it. Nice, easy penetration off the pick and roll.
Here is Trey Calvin in the corner. Calvin guarded by Trey Robinson. Turn around, drives on the baseline. Calvin step back, and he walked.
Trey Calvin, a little bit of a heat check there. He's been unreal.
He hit the Raiders' last 2 shots.
Langdon comes in along with Evans, number 24, in for Faulkner and Pavorius. NKU up 3 with the basketball. And this has been everything we thought it would be. Largest lead of the game so far, just 4 points. And I don't know if it'll get much bigger than that as the game goes on.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Holden almost got it out to Robinson. They work it around now to Langdon on the right wing. Langdon trying to go at Calvin. Langdon's been great so far tonight.
This has been good Raider defense as Robinson hits the 3 as I say that.
Announcer's jinx never fails.
Absolutely. Norse by 6, 22-16, 9:19 to go first half. Now here's Trey Calvin.
The Norse shooting 83% with their first 12 shots. They've hit 10 of them.
Keaton Norris with it now. He's guarded by number 24. That is Jake Evans. Now here's Tim Finke, cross court. Calvin saved it from going out of bounds, 10 to shoot. Calvin trying to get around Robinson. Calvin
was fouled.
He got fouled there by Trey Robinson.
So the Norse have come out tonight, have shot 10 of 12 early in this one. Raiders shooting 6 of 17. So the Raiders really, with how outstanding the Norse have shot the ball so far, got to be pretty happy with where they're at.
Yeah, you're lucky you're only down 6 here. And here's Trey Calvin with it again.
It's the Calvin
three-pointer. Good!
It's the Trey Calvin show in Indianapolis.
And he cuts the Norse lead in half here, not 22-19.
How about 10 points already for Trey Calvin? The junior from Glendale Heights, elevating his game in the clutch. Langdon, not that time. Nelson on the glass.
Got to get those rebounds if you're Wright State.
Fouled underneath.
Got to get those rebounds. That's got to be a tier 1 priority, level 5, whatever you want to say. That's one of your main priorities, is getting out rebounding this Northern Kentucky team.
And that's one of the things that become exponentially more difficult with Basili having 2 fouls. So Warwick will inbound. He's back into the game, playing with 2 fouls. And the Norse up by 3. Warwick. Langdon. Norse with a 3-point lead. Langdon going at Keaton Norris and puts it up and in.
Good defense by Keaton right there, but Langdon just heck of a shot there to put it in. Calvin thought about a 3, almost took it, but he won't. And he gets it over to Tanner Holden on the right wing.
Basili about to check back in. This NKU team is very physical. We've seen it so far, and we'll see it for the rest of this game. They embrace contact, and they will all night long.
Back out to Trey Calvin, 10 to shoot. Calvin, step back. 3-pointer from Trey.
Good! Trey Calvin has 13, and the Raiders are back within a deuce.
Wright State fans on their feet here at the Farmers Coliseum.
Calvin's put the Raiders on his back over the last 5 minutes.
And Shea, your pick for player of the game, Trey Calvin's looking pretty good right now.
I had a feeling Adrian Nelson, another tough shot by the Norse.
It's been tough shot after tough shot that the Norse have hit all game so far.
We saw Oakland start the same way in the quarterfinals. Wright State was able to hang with them and cut it into it.
Finke with it now, gets it to Holden on the left elbow. Back out to Finke. Finke through the legs, bounce pass goes to Norris. Norris will get it to Tanner Holden on the left wing. Holden, step back, mid-range shot, no. Rebound, fought for.
Finke comes away with it and lays it in. And Braun kept that play alive. Big play by the freshman. As Finke has 5.
2-point game.
What a first half we've had already with still 6:40 to go.
26-24, Northern Kentucky.
They go inside to Nelson. He left it too strong. And an easy layup missed.
Here comes Trey Calvin. Calvin, double team comes. We'll get
as it should.
To Tanner Holden. Here's Norris for 3. No, rebound will go to Nelson. Norris was wide open right there.
He was, and Calvin poked it away.
But they're going to say he stepped out of bounds.
That's a good thing, though, because Langdon would have had an easy layup.
Yeah, that's a good call by the officials. Trey stepped out on the baseline right there. But we are going to take our under 8 commercial break, folks. Our score with 6:20 to go in the first half. Northern Kentucky 26 and Wright State 24.
6:20, to go in the first half here at the Irvin J. Netter Center. Man, I totally boofed that. We are in Indianapolis at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. And the Wright State Raiders trail the Northern Kentucky Norse 26-24. I'm Shea. Neal. Parker Testa will be back here momentarily. But Trey Calvin has been the story of this first half. 13 points. He's been sensational, knocking down 3 3-point shots already for Wright State. Out there right now for the Raiders, Grant Basili back into the game. He's joined by Calvin, Norris, Finke, and Holden. And the Norse have Warwick, Langdon, Brandon, Vinson, and Faulkner. They're starting 5.
Yeah, and this is what we expected, a dogfight from the jump, and we've gotten one, and it's been a lot of fun.
And Trey Calvin's been the best player in this game so far. Langdon fakes the 3. Langdon drives inside. Norris cuts him off, and a foul will be called on the way up, and Bryson Langdon will go to the free throw line. That'll be Keaton Norris picking up his first. Sixth team foul against the Wright State Raiders. The Norse have committed 3, 2 of them on Marquez Warwick. So 6:08 to go. First half.
Langdon's first free throw is good.
In for the Norse, number 1, Trey Robinson.
Trey Robinson back in. We're going to see Marquez Warwick go to the bench. Is this a chance for Wright State with Warwick out of the game? Can they build some momentum here? Maybe even take the lead. Langdon's second free throw good as well.
In for the Raiders, 22, Andrew Wellage.
Wellage will come in for Keaton Norris. If you're Grant Basile right here, you have to play, aggressive. You have to play like you've played all year. But you also have to do whatever it takes to not pick up that third foul. Trey Calvin, 6 minutes to go first half. Raiders trail 28-24. Calvin has 13. Hands off to Wellage. Had it poked, gets it back. Holden now top of the key. Holden works his way close. Holden driving. Holden putting it up. Holden banking it in.
Yeah, that's unbelievable there for Tanner Holden. This guy had to drive through 2 defenders right there and lay it in. And maybe is this the start of some momentum for Wright State?
Langdon and Calvin meet at the logo. Calvin attached to the hip of Bryson Langdon. Trey Robinson now. Hand off to Faulkner. Faulkner has Holden on him. Faulkner trying to back down Tanner Holden.
Good defense by Tanner here.
This is great defense by Tanner Holden. Faulkner spinning. Faulkner, tough shot. No good. Gets his own rebound and lost it. But a foul.
They're going to call a foul. Oh, I don't like that call right there. I really don't like that call.
Faulkner able to draw the contact. And that'll be Wellage's second.
Here, let's see. They're going to show it again on the Jumbotron. Faulkner's going up. The fight for the rebound there.
He did bump him, but I don't know.
I really don't like it. It just happened that Wellage just happened to be, wrong place, wrong time right there for Wellage, and just kind of ran into him, and he falls out of bounds, but they call the foul. So
Raiders have committed their 7th foul of the half, so Faulkner will go to the line in the 1-and-1, and his free throw is good. Trayvon Faulkner with 6 for the Norse, second on the team only to the Bryson Langdon 10. Langdon only averaging 6 points a game this year. He's been huge in this first half for the Norse, with Warwick and Vincent only combining for 4. And now Jake Evans back into the game along with Robinson, Brandon, Langdon, and Faulkner. So no Warwick and no Vincent for the next stretch for the Raiders.
This is a chance for Wright State to really hit some shots, play some good defense, and get back. I'm not going to say that they're out of it, but they're not. But they want to hit your shots, play some good defense here, and really try to take advantage of these 2 guys being on the bench.
And NKU shot 67% in this first half and only has a 4-point lead.
Finke with it now. They'll get it in. Tanner Holden. Turn around. Langdon. Double team comes. Nice pass to Basile. Grant goes up. He's denied.
What a block by Chris Brandon inside. Meeting Basile at the rim.
The defense by Tim Finke. Faulkner, no. Rebound, Brandon. Brandon back up. Loses the basketball. It's taken away by Calvin. Here comes Calvin. He loses his spin.
What a play by Tanner.
Grant Basile.
Excuse me. And a foul will be called, and Grant Basile will go to the line.
Oh, what a turn of events, and what a pretty spin move by Trey Calvin.
And Jake Evans messed up his knee on that play. He's instantly asking to be taken out. And he's not putting a lot of weight on that leg.
Yeah, he's limping around right there.
Trey Calvin looked like he had lost the ball, hits a beautiful spin move to get around Bryson Langdon, set up Grant Basile at the free throw line.
He hits the first. We're going to see Vincent go back in, and Warwick as well is back in for Faulkner.
Jake Evans. Nice depth piece for the Norse, but took a nice hit on that play and was limping pretty good on that left leg.
Second free throw for Grant, good as well.
Raiders down 30-28 as Wilborn will come in for Basile. Scott Nagy being safe with his star, not wanting him to pick up that third foul.
So here is Bryson Langdon now. NKU by 2, 30-28, 4.5 to go first half.
Vincent walked, and a mistake by the freshman. He gives it back. Freshman of the year, one of the up-and-coming superstars in this conference, but sometimes still prone to some freshman mistakes like on that play.
Calvin with it now. Raiders taking their time here. It's Calvin, Wilborn, Holden, Finke, and Wellage on the floor for Wright State. A little bit of small ball here for the Raiders.
Finke has 5 in this first half.
Pass.
Wilborn, tough shot. Left it a little short. And the rebound cleared out by Chris Brandon. Brandon has been a menace in the paint in this first half.
Sure has.
Langdon going at Calvin now. Works his way left. Handoff Robinson. Robinson guarded by Holden. Vincent gets a screen. Vincent gets it to Warwick. 12 to shoot for the Norse. 3:50 to go first half. Warwick dances with Wellage. Step back 3 is good for Marquez Warwick.
And what can you do? What can you do? Warwick just gave Trey Calvin a taste of his own medicine right there. Finke with it now. Raiders down by 5 here with 3:30 to go in the first half. Holden free throw jumper, no.
And Holden was fouled underneath. We'll see who that's on. Holden left it short.
They're going to call it on Chris Brandon, his first foul tonight, but that'll bring us to our under 4-minute break. Our score as we pause here with 3:29 to go in the first half. NKU 33 and Wright State 28. Welcome back to the Indiana Farmers Coliseum here in Indianapolis, Indiana, with 3:29 to go in the first half. Northern Kentucky leads the Wright State Raiders 33-28. I'm Parker Testa, joined here alongside by Shea Neal. It has been a dogfight throughout the first half. Grant Basile with 2 fouls. He is out of the game as of right now. Actually, just kidding. He will be checking back in out of this timeout, but back and forth the whole way through for both these teams.
No doubt about it, 33-28. The Norse shooting at a 65% clip in this first half. This is not exactly the Raiders team that came out against Cleveland State last night, but they are in this game. And really, the longer you stay in this game with NKU shooting like they're shooting, the more chances you're going to have to pull away in the second half. So Wright State will try their best to, maybe even snag the lead by halftime, but definitely keep it where it's at right now. Basile gets it in the post. Basile, nice move, goes up and lays it in.
And that's what you need to do. You need to have an inside presence against this Northern Kentucky team. Shots just like that and plays just like that will get the job done.
Warwick guarded by Calvin. Warwick, quick move left. Warwick left it short. Calvin gets the rebound.
And Calvin wants to go quick here.
Calvin's been the best player on the floor in this first half. Holden splits the defense.
Norris on the left wing. NKU fans thought he traveled, but he didn't. Here is Holden. Holden backing down. Nelson. Holden spinning. Shot with the left hand. No. Rebound goes to Basile. Puts one back up. No. Rebound controlled by Trey Robinson.
And Grant put a lot of hands up there for a guy trying not to pick up his 3rd foul. Lucky to get away with not getting it over the back there.
Lucky Vincent didn't take that 3 right there. He can shoot it.
Robinson fakes. Robinson walked. And the Norse give it up.
Wright State needs to take advantage of these turnovers. Norse have 7 turnovers right now. And Wright State shooting just as a team, 38% from the field to Northern Kentucky, 62%. It's got to improve for Scott Nagy. You got to take advantage of turnovers.
Raiders with the ball down by 3. 2.5 to go first half.
Here is Trey Calvin with it. He'll hand it inside to Basile. Backing down Nelson. Finke fakes a shot. Now he dribbles and drives. Vincent takes it away, and here comes Langdon.
Too much standing still there by Tim Finke. Offensive foul. They're going to say a travel before the foul.
Okay. Well, we'll take either one.
That's actually probably the better outcome for NKU, because that would have been Vincent's first foul of the night. And I'm sure you'd rather him get a turnover on the stat sheet than a foul.
Absolutely.
So the Raiders get the ball back again on the 9th turnover of the first half by NKU.
Full court press on for the Norse. Calvin. This is the full court press that gave.
Calvin's just been so quick out there tonight. He's just blowing by everybody.
Yeah, well, Cleveland State gave Wright State that full court press in last night's game, and they had trouble with it. Floater with the left hand for Calvin is good, but
Holden
put back
tipped it up. No.
Calvin.
Fight for it. Calvin. And they're going to say off of Trey Calvin. He did throw it off of a Norse player, but it must have hit him again.
They're going to say he slid out of bounds before he threw it. Because the official pointed down at the sideline like it was out of bounds before he threw it back off of Trey Robinson. So they're going to say he was out of bounds before he tried to throw it off Robinson.
So Langdon brings it up. The Norse up by 3. First half we expected. Back and forth these two teams go. Brandon couldn't finish.
Nice rebound by Braun there. Get the rebounds for Wright State. Here comes Norris. Norris puts it, elbow in to Trey Robinson. Norris over to Finke, back to Norris. Norris to Calvin. Calvin, long three. No, rebound controlled by Faulkner.
Love the aggressiveness of Trey Calvin.
That was a heat check for Trey right there.
Absolutely, and the way he's been shooting, I would not have been surprised if that went down.
Absolutely not.
Vincent guarded by Finke. Minute 15 to go, first half. Norse playing with a 3-point lead. These two teams have been so evenly matched so far tonight. Faulkner a 3. That's good. Trayvon Faulkner, the senior, steps up with a big shot.
Wright State under a minute to go here in the first half. They need to build some momentum here going into the locker room. Absolutely need momentum, some momentum here. Hit a big shot right here as the Northern Kentucky crowd in attendance gets on their feet, giving Wright State fits. Here is Tanner Holden. Calvin on the left wing. Calvin drives, shot, no. Rebound goes to Langdon.
A lot of contact inside there. Braun got a hand on that ball, but Langdon gets a play here. About a 5-second difference between shot and game clock. Norse up by 6. Langdon, Holden comes at him here now. Look for that matchup of Robinson on Norris. Norris about 4 inches smaller than Trey Robinson. Could look to get him a look inside. Langdon, Faulkner, another 3. Fouled by Finke, and Faulkner will go to the line.
Yeah, and you just can't do that. You just cannot do that if you're Tim Finke. You knew he was going to be taking the 3-point shot. You just let him shoot it. Get a hand up there, but don't touch him. So we're going to see Faulkner go to the line for 3 free throws.
NKU, 61% in this first half, 3 of 4 from downtown. Wright State does have 10 offensive rebounds in this first half. It's led to 10 additional shot attempts. But the Norse trying to build on what's already a 6-point lead. First one good. Vasily about to check in for the Raiders. That was Finke's first foul. Faulkner, second free throw on the way. And that one's good. So Vasily comes in. Braun will check out.
And for the Raiders, 0-0, Grant Vasily.
Vasily playing with 2 fouls since the 12-minute mark. And Scott Nagy calls a timeout to talk it over. Vasily with 8 points in this one, 3 rebounds. Calvin has 13. Holden with 4. Finke with 5. For the Northern Kentucky Norse, it's 12 and 10 for Faulkner and Langdon. They've really been the dynamic duo in this first half. Warwick and Vincent only combining for 4 points. But that backcourt of Faulkner and Langdon, the 2 seniors, have stepped up big for Northern Kentucky in the first half.
Yeah, they have. And it's been back and forth the whole game. And Wright State hasn't scored in the last 3 minutes, 16 seconds. So they need to get a good shot off here. Try to cut into this Northern Kentucky lead going into the halftime break. And if I'm Scott Nagy, I set a pick and roll, try to get Trey Calvin into space for a 3-point shot.
Faulkner has one more free throw here out of this timeout. It is the starting 5 for the Raiders, minus A.J. Braun. It's Keaton Norrison for him, along with Calvin, Finke, Holden, and Vasily. Faulkner with one more free throw. Faulkner's a perfect 5 for 5 at the line in this first half. And make it 6 for 6. Trayvon Faulkner with 13 points. That ties Calvin for a game high. Calvin has it.
Calvin got to go here.
And he's fouled.
Yeah. And
Trey Calvin will allow the Raiders to reset. 6.9, as that'll be the first foul of the night on Pavorius.
Foul is on the Norse. 34, Jimmy Pavorius is first. 6th on the team.
So Holden will inbound it on the far side. 6.9 on the clock. Langdon comes in for Pavorius.
We're going to see Tanner Holden's going to inbound here to Trey Calvin. Full court press on for Northern Kentucky. He gets it in the Trey, and Trey's got to go. Got to go here. Trey with it now.
There's the screen.
Calvin, screen comes. Double team comes. Calvin, shot with the right hand. Got it at the buzzer, and that's how we go to the half.
Trey Calvin was so big in this first half. Basili had 2 fouls early. Wright State very inconsistent offensively. 15 points from Trey Calvin, and it feels like this NKU team would have a 15-point lead at the half if it wasn't for the Raider point guard. He's been sensational.
Yeah, it's 15 at the half. So, folks, for that, we will step away for our halftime break. Back here in about 10 minutes for our halftime update. Our score at the halfway point, Northern Kentucky 39 and Wright State 32.
Halftime here at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis. I'm Shea Neal, alongside with me Noah Kindig here for the halftime report. Noah, Raiders down by 7, 39-32, but honestly, NKU shot 60%. Wright State was inconsistent offensively, and Basili picked up 2 early fouls. But looking back at it, I think it could be a lot worse.
Sitting down on the floor, I feel the exact same way. It's 39-32, NKU up 7, but it feels like a little more could have gone wrong for Wright State, but a lot more could have gone right for them. Trey Calvin had 15 points. He's been the dark horse of this game for sure. If NKU can't stop him and Wright State get maybe Basili, maybe Holden, a few more guys to put in some extra points, that 7-point lead will become nothing very, very quickly.
And Basili's no longer considered in foul trouble here in the second half, as he did not pick up that 3rd foul. That is big, but something to keep an eye on, Noah. The Raiders did a great job defensively in that first half on Vincent and Warwick. Langdon and Faulkner had a great half, but Langdon and Faulkner are not known as their main scoring options, Noah. Can Langdon and Faulkner keep that up for 40 minutes? If Wright State keeps the same game plan defensively, NKU's offense might not stay this hot all night.
Yeah, it's going to come down to the backups for NKU, because if Warwick and Vincent cannot find any momentum, NKU's going to have a lot of trouble on their offense keeping it going for 40 minutes straight. So if Wright State can keep that defensive formation and maybe clamp down a little bit on NKU's backup shooters, it'll be a lot better second half for Wright State.
It absolutely will. Noah, of course, I think that, of course, Basili being on the floor is going to help a lot. He's been really solid when he's been out there tonight. But what do the Raiders need to do? It feels like NKU's making a lot of really tough shots. The Raiders are playing strong defensively. I don't think that NKU shoots 60% all night. Is there anything they need to change, or is it just kind of waiting for NKU to fall back down to earth?
I think maybe taking care of the ball a little bit better, just because they kind of struggled with turnovers against Cleveland State, and they're kind of doing the same. There were a few drives where the ball just kind of slipped out of Wright State's hands, where they made a bad pass and NKU got possession because of that. So I think Wright State, maybe if you take a little bit better possession of the ball but kind of keep the same game plan, you're looking at a Horizon League tournament win.
Absolutely, and I think the big performance in this first half, you mentioned it, Trey Calvin. Not only has he put up 15 points, he's hit 3 threes, he's hit 6 shots, and he only has 1 turnover. Noah, he's gotten more and more aggressive as the year's gone on and as his career's gone on, and tonight, this might be the best Trey Calvin we've seen in 3 years at Wright State.
Trey Calvin is really showing up tonight. NKU are kind of doing a similar thing to Wright State, where they're trying to clamp down on Wright State's big players. That being Basili, they got him in foul trouble. That being Holden, I believe he's only got 4 so far in this game. So Calvin has really had to show up tonight, and he really has. 15 points, he's got basically half of Wright State's. If NKU can't slow him down, I see that easily becoming 30.
He definitely has. Like I said, Faulkner has 13, 6 of 6 at the line, 3 of 6 from the field. He's also hit a 3. Langdon with 10 points early in this one. But Vincent, only 2 points, 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers. And Marquez Warwick only has 2 points as well, as he picked up 2 fouls in that first half. Noah, I really feel like maybe NKU continues to shoot the ball well, but I think with Basili back into the game, I really think, and Vinky hasn't missed a shot tonight either, I think the Raider offense is able to wake up out of the break. I think the Raiders can, like you said, this Raider team, the way, if they can start shooting the ball like they did on last night against Cleveland State, this could be a heck of a game within 2 minutes.
The matchup for me for the second half is going to be defensive specialist for Wright State, Tim Finke, looking at Marquez Warwick, and then when Warwick is out, looking at Sam Vincent. If he's able to clamp clamp down on those two guys, Wright State really has a chance to come back into this game. But the other guys as well have got to clamp down a little bit more on defense, and we've got to find a bit more success on the offense, both on boards and both on points.
Absolutely. Noah, thanks for your time, man. Enjoy the rest of the game. We'll see you soon.
Of course, I'll hand it back to Parker.
All right, second half action just about 90 seconds away. We'll keep it here. Raiders down by 7. Again, Calvin with 15 in that first half. The Raiders shooting 57% from beyond the arc. Only 6 turnovers, out-rebounding the Norse, but the Norse shooting 61% from the field. Big part of that, Trayvon Faulkner. He was huge in that first half.
Oh, he was unbelievable. I mean, some of the shots that he hit there towards the end, I mean, he had defenders in his face. These one-handed hook shots that we've seen from Faulkner have been unbelievable. I mean, this team can shoot it hand in the face. They can shoot it anywhere on the floor. This is what's so dangerous. This is why defense is key for Wright State if they want to have a chance at the championship here.
Yeah, I can't believe this is insane about what I think. I mean, this definitely has proven that these are the two teams that deserve to be here tonight. But I think that, Grant Basile no longer being in foul trouble. He has 2, but he did not pick up that third. That was big. Tanner Holden, I think, is going to be able to get more penetration inside with Basile on the floor. And Finke has not missed a shot tonight. Calvin's been unreal. I think this Raider offense is due to wake up. And I don't know if Langdon and Faulkner can carry the Norse all night. The Raiders play great defensively on Vincent and Warwick. And if they continue to do that, I think they have a very different second half.
Who do you think gets hot in the second half for Wright State?
I think Calvin stays hot, and I think Basile helps him out scoring inside.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Basile has 8 so far. Calvin has 15. Both those guys need to be key for Wright State here in the second half.
I might have sold Calvin short with my 24 pick. He might put that up in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Noah is amazing for jumping on halftime.
Absolutely.
He's awesome.
Noah Kindig, one of the best in the business.
And there's our buzzer. We're ready to go as Langdon gets the inbound from Faulkner. Second half underway here in Indianapolis.
Warwick with it, guarded by Calvin. Handoff Langdon. Now they switch. Langdon. And now Warwick. Warwick only 2 points in that first half. He did hit that first shot, and he drives and puts it up and in there. And now Marquez Warwick also not more in foul trouble anymore, so I'm sure we'll see a lot more in number 3 here in the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Here is Trey Calvin, joined by Finke, Basile, Holden, and Braun. Starters on the floor for Wright State.
Basile's got Vincent on him right now. Would love to see him go at him.
And he will. Basile backing down Vincent. Turn around. Goes in between 2 guys. Lost the ball.
That should have been a travel, but it was not called.
Should have been. Calvin with it now. 7 to shoot. Calvin trying to work around 2 guys. Nice pass inside the Braun. Braun lays it in.
And that's a great finish by A.J. Braun, having to go up against the very tough Chris Brandon, able to finish inside. Big play for the freshman.
Faulkner to Warwick, guarded by Trey Calvin. Over to Vincent at the top of the key. Vincent moves left, guarded by Finke. Now Langdon in the corner. Langdon on the left wing. Langdon drives on Holden. Langdon pass out here to Faulkner.
And the Raiders right now have Basile trying to stay with Faulkner. Faulkner, a very physical guard, but can Basile keep up with him? Warwick, again!
Oh. Now that's just luck right there, Shea. That ball went around the rim, dropped halfway, came back out, and rolled back in.
Calvin Warwick has had one unbelievable second half of the season as Finke leaves that one short.
That's a bad shot by Tim right there. You need to be smart.
Raiders face their largest deficit of the game. Warwick, not that time. Faulkner able to out-jump Braun for that rebound. Raiders got to be careful here. Cannot let the Norse pull away in this one. Warwick dancing again. Step back. Left it short. Got to get a rebound. Brandon does, but Calvin tipped it. Took it away, and a foul is called against the Norse as Calvin hit the deck hard.
Darren Horn doesn't like it. He's not happy. He's got his head in his hands right now.
That'll be on Bryson Langdon.
And for Langdon, that is his second foul. Third foul. No, it will be his second foul.
So the Raiders have the ball. Calvin able to poke that one away after the third opportunity for the Norse on the offensive end. Calvin now guarded by Langdon.
Calvin taking his time here, trying to set up a play. Calvin will go right at Langdon. Calvin, jumper from the free throw line. No. Rebound, Vincent.
Great screen by Grant. Great shot by Trey Calvin. Just does not fall that time. Now got to get a stop. Faulkner to Langdon. Langdon goes at Basile. Langdon stops on a dime. Works his way right. Nice defense by Basili. Faulkner now guarded by Finke. 10 to shoot for the Norse. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Norse by 10. Vinson steps into one. Good defense. Faulkner 5 to shoot. Faulkner step back. Tough shot. And left it short. Rebound Basili. Great defense there by the Raiders on that possession. Calvin brings it up.
They need to keep defense at that pace for the rest of the half. They're down by 10. They need to start hitting shots. Here's Tanner Holden to Basili. Basili, cross court, throws it out of bounds.
And that's just miscommunication there. Finke on the wing. Basili airmails it. Not the start the Raiders were hoping for here in the second half as Keaton Norris checks back in.
17:05 to go. Northern Kentucky by 10, 44-34.
Faulkner guarded by Holden. Faulkner up top of the key. Bryson Langdon. Langdon works his way right. Gets a screen from Brandon. Stops on a dime. Hits Warwick. Warwick wants to go ISO ball. Guarded by Calvin. Calvin able to poke it away, but Faulkner ends up with it.
And they just need a little bit, Raiders need a little bit of luck to go their way here.
And that's going to be a goaltend. Bryson Langdon able to spin around Keaton Norris. Basili spiked it off the glass, but that ball had already hit the glass. That's an easy call all day.
Now here is Trey Calvin on the right wing. Raiders need to get something going here. And here's Keaton Norris with it now to Finke in the corner. Finke back to Norris at the top of the key. Over to Calvin, right wing. Calvin drives. Double team comes. Calvin in trouble. It's taken away by Faulkner, out of bounds. And that's going to be Northern Kentucky basketball.
Raider fans starting to be a little more vocal here as the Norse have the ball up by 12. The Raiders have done this before in this tournament. They're going to need to do it again here as the Norse have played an outstanding first 4 minutes of this second half. Warwick, handoff Faulkner. Faulkner guarded by Holden. This is Bryson Langdon. Now down low to Brandon. Brandon maybe trying to challenge Basili, try to get that third foul. Hook shot, no.
Yeah, and they need to take advantage of this right here. Wright State needs a basket desperately right here.
6'9" Grant Basili went coast to coast there. Nagy wants a foul. Will not get it. It will stay with the Raiders, though, when we come back. 15:49 to go. Northern Kentucky 46. Raiders 34. Raiders need a spark. We'll see what they have when we come back.
Right choice.
Back here at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum with 15:49 to go in the game. Wright State down 46-34 to the Northern Kentucky Norse. Parker Testa, Shea, Neal alongside with you tonight from the Coliseum here in Indianapolis.
Grant Basili goes up in the post there, draws a foul. That'll be on Vinson, I believe, and that'll be Vinson's first foul.
Foul is on the Norse, number 2, Sam Vinson. His first.
Mark Adams up on the Jumbotron, the voice of the mid-majors, if you will.
We need to get the camera showing on us up here. Let's do it.
Mark Adams, about as good as it gets with ESPN.
Yeah, he is. He's fantastic. Really good guy.
Got to speak with him earlier tonight. Outstanding individual. And they're going to look at this one on replay.
And the foul.
Maybe see who the foul was on. Is that what they're checking?
Well, the ball was with Grant Basili. He had two guys around him. So I think, let's see who. Not sure what they were checking.
I think they were just making sure they got the right guy who committed the foul. Obviously, you don't want to have anybody pick up a key third or fourth foul if they didn't actually commit it. But I believe they're going to stick with the call. It was on Vinson.
Grant Basili's first free throw, good.
Raiders finally get their first point here of the second half. Oh, I shouldn't say that. They scored very early.
Second free throw for Grant. Rattles around, no good.
46-35, Langdon brings it up, guarded by Holden.
Raiders need a couple stops and scores here to get back in it.
Warwick, handoff Faulkner. Faulkner. Raiders have switched to a zone here. We'll see how effective it is for them. Warwick, Vinson. Vinson sends the three. Vinson way off. Keaton Norris comes away with the rebound.
Now, right place, right time there for Keaton. And here is Grant Basili at the top of the key. Holden on the right wing. Back to Norris, top of the key. Norris. Holden guarded by Faulkner. Over to Trey Calvin in the corner now. Finke inside to Holden. Nice pass. Holden is fouled on the shot.
Raiders finally starting to get to the free throw line. It's what they've done well all year, and it can get them back into this game for sure. That'll be Chris Brandon's second foul. That's already the third team foul against the Norse. If the Raiders can get into the bonus early in the second half, the free throw line is where they shined all year long. It can get them back into this one for sure, especially if players like Warwick and Faulkner get into foul trouble. And Holden hits the first.
46-36. North by 10 here with 15:09 to go.
So Warwick, Langdon, Brandon all have 2.
Second free throw for Holden. Good.
Raiders back within single digits. It's a 9-point deficit, 46-37, and the Raider fans starting to get loud.
Yeah, they're on their feet here. They're loving it.
Memories of the Oakland quarterfinal from Thursday night.
And if there is ever a time for the crowd to make an impact, it is right now.
Warwick. This zone defense has been strong for the Raiders so far. Warwick, 8 to shoot. Handoff, Vincent. Vincent fakes. Vincent drives. Vincent, tough shot. Finds Brandon.
Yeah, he just left Brandon open right there, and that was too easy.
So Chris Brandon lays it in. Calvin on the other end, down to Holden quickly. Holden double team. Langdon poked it. Calvin tried to keep it alive, but Langdon comes away with it.
Keaton played good defense right here.
And it's an and one for Warwick. Keaton picks up his second foul, and Warwick able to finish.
Raiders are falling apart right now.
Warwick has 14.
That was only Raiders 4. Keaton Norse is second. First on the team.
Marquez Warwick has been the best scorer in the Horizon League since January, and he has shown up tonight shooting 66% in his first Horizon League championship.
It's the free throw. Norse have a 14-point lead here with 14:22 to go. Full court press on for the Norse as Keaton Norse gets it over the half-court marker. Calvin with it now into Basili. Basili drives on Brandon. And
that'll be Brandon's third. That's the fourth foul on the Norse. And that'll force Adrian Nelson to check back in.
And for the Norse 4, Adrian Nelson.
So it will be Holden inbounding it to Grant Basili. Basili, step back three, in and out.
Oh, had to have that one.
So here comes Warwick playing with full steam and playing with a lot of confidence. Is number 3 for the Gray Northern Kentucky Norse. Bryson Langdon gets a screen from Nelson. Langdon puts it up, tough shot, can't get it. Nelson able to box out Basili, no good, and Grant wrestles it away.
Raiders need a bucket right here desperately. They've gone 5 minutes without scoring.
Calvin puts it up. Calvin puts it in.
There's a start. There's a start.
And it's a timeout for Scott Nagy. Calvin has 17. Raiders down 12. And if Calvin can get going, Basili has been aggressive in this second half. Raiders still plenty of time. Of course, they have come back from a 15-point deficit earlier this week.
At this time,
so we'll see what they can accomplish here in the final 13.
Yeah, it's all about just hitting your shots and don't make any foolish mistakes. You don't need to be traveling with the basketball. You don't need to make any fouls you don't need to make. You got to hit your shots and keep the ball away from Marquez Warwick. You need to keep it away from him.
Easier said than done. Looking for his 9th consecutive game with 20 or more points. He's only 5 points away here tonight. Warwick has 15. Faulkner has 13. Langdon has 12. The big 3 for NKU have combined for 40 of their 51 points. And you talk about stars making big plays in big games. NKU has not had their shortage of stars making big plays tonight.
And I think a guy that needs to get going for Wright State is Keaton Norse. He's only taken 2 shots. He's 0 for 2. Hasn't scored. But he's been aggressive on the defensive side of the basketball. Keaton Norse needs to get going. I think he's the X factor for Scott Nagy as we go down the home stretch here.
No doubt about it. Basili and Holden have combined for just 4 of 15 from the field. They have knocked down 7 of their 8 free throws combined. The Raiders are right there in the rebound battle, 22-21. They've forced 9 turnovers. They're not really spreading the ball around a ton. Only 5 assists, a lot of ISO ball, a lot of standing still. And that's exactly what NKU's defense wants you to do. So we'll see if the Raiders can start moving it around out of this timeout. Northern Kentucky shooting 54%. They've knocked down 4 of their 7 3-point shots. Both free threes made tonight by Marquez Warwick. And the Northern Kentucky Norse have proven why they're one of the hottest teams in the Horizon League heading into this one. They just seem to get better and better as the year went on. Both of these teams started the year slow, but once the end of January hit, both of these teams seemed to find their identity and find their rhythm, and none more so than Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, they need to get things going here in a desperate fashion. This is we've seen this before, just last week. So Wright State needs a few shots to fall for them to really build some momentum.
So Langdon brings it up, 13.5 to go. Norse up 51-39 here from the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Warwick looking for a screen. Warwick, help from Basili right behind Tim Finke. Warwick getting another screen. Now Warwick works his way into the paint, floater, and got the roll. Marquez Warwick now with 17 points, and it's looking like it's a sure thing that he's going to get his 9th consecutive 20-point game.
Calvin with it now.
One of the most lethal scorers in the Horizon League. Calvin gets it to Basili.
Basili with it. He's on the left wing, back to Holden, top of the key. Over to Wellage on the left wing. Wellage looking for a target. Wellage will hand off to Calvin.
5 to shoot for the Raiders. Got to get something here. Calvin starts quickly. Floater is good. 19 for Trey Calvin. Trey Calvin single-handedly carrying this Raider offense most of the night.
He is 19. And a couple more of those, Wright State will be back in it.
Warwick, screen coming. Warwick once again attacking. Marquez Warwick trying to go into takeover mode. Got it!
I mean, you can't stop him. It's the plain and simple, folks. You can't stop him. He's that good. He can hit shots at will.
Trey Calvin trying to go toe-to-toe with one of the Horizon League's best scorers.
Wellage to Holden. Holden spins, and that's going to be
offensive foul. Faulkner draws the charge. That'll be Holden's second, excuse me. NKU's playing with a lot of confidence in this second half. And I think early on, you're starting to see the 2 favorites for Horizon League Player of the Year next year, Tanner Holden and Marquez Warwick.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Bryson Langdon. Langdon guarded by Calvin. He'll hand it off to Warwick. Warwick is guarded by Finke. Warwick will drive. He'll take a step back. That's almost lost it there. Nice defense by Calvin, but able to remain possession.
Warwick dancing again, getting around Basili again. Marquez Warwick with 21. He's only missed 3 tonight. Holden on the other end is fouled. And that'll bring us to a media timeout. 11:34 to go. It's the Marquez Warwick show here in Indianapolis. He's got 21, and the Norse have a 16-point lead. Do the Raiders have one more comeback in them this season? We'll find out. We'll be right back.
Choice.
Back here at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum, where the Northern Kentucky Norse lead the Wright State Raiders 57-41, 11 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the game. I'm Parker Testa, joined here alongside with Shea, Neal.
Tanner Holden at the free throw line here out of the break. Raiders trying to cut into this deficit. 16, the largest one they've seen tonight. First one good. Marquez Warwick, 9 of 12 shooting, 21 points tonight for Northern Kentucky, trying to put this championship in his own hands as Holden knocks down a pair.
All right, defense from here on out for Wright State. They need it.
Full court press here coming from the Raiders. Finson, and that'll be a kicked ball on Calvin. Norse will reset. It's Wellage, Basili, Finke, Holden, and Calvin out there for the Raiders. Vincent, Langdon, Warwick, Robinson, and Brandon out there for the Norse.
Like the idea from Scott Nagy, play the full court press. Keep them on their toes.
They get it to Warwick. Warwick guarded by Calvin. Hand off to Langdon. NKU going to start to use the majority of their shot clock. Warwick. Calvin glued to him. Warwick, spin move, gets into the lane, and Warwick, that one a little too strong. Out of bounds, Raider basketball.
That's a start. Great defensive possession there by Wright State. They need to just hit their shots now. Keep playing stout defense and hit your shots.
Feels like Marquez Warwick's first miss since 2018.
Absolutely.
But he does come up short on that one. The Raiders with a chance to get even closer. If they can get this back within 10, I think it's a whole new game. We'll see what they can do on this possession. Down 14, Wellage. Double team comes from the Norse, hands it off to Calvin. Basili works right. Basili dunks it.
Man.
Beats Brandon to the baseline, and Grant Basili stuffs it down.
And is that enough? Crowd on their feet, trying to will the Raiders back into this one.
Faulkner and Langdon trying to team up to get it across the midline. They do. Vinson out to Langdon now. Langdon, 10:40 to go. Raiders within 12. Students trying to get the Raider fans back into it. Warwick. Hand off to Langdon, 10 to shoot. Langdon, backdoor feed, cut off by Holden.
Here comes Tanner. Tanner with it now, three-point line. He'll slow up, guarded by Vincent. Tanner, spin around. He'll lose the basketball. Raiders keep it, though.
And that is off of Vincent. Vincent thinks he got it off of Holden's leg, and Darren Horn cannot believe this is staying with the black Wright State Raiders.
Holden will inbound here, and he does to Grant Basili. Basili inside to Holden. Holden, turn around, shot, foul.
And on Holden. And Tanner Holden just headbutted that basketball. He's locked in, and he can get the Raiders back within 9. That's on Faulkner.
And that is a very lucky call that the Raiders kept that basketball, because I think, too, it was off of Tanner Holden.
I think it hit Holden's leg. I think Horn had a reason to be upset.
Yeah, and he absolutely was. It sure looked like it was off of Tanner Holden. The Raiders catch a break there, and Tanner hits the free throw. Raiders within 9. Here we go.
Trayvon Faulkner, about as physical as it gets in this conference. But at the end of the day...
Wright State Athletic Director Bob Grant down there hyping up the crowd. Love to see it.
Absolutely. 6'3", can't defend 6'7" all night. We'll see if Holden can go up against Faulkner down the stretch. Faulkner going at Wellage. Double team comes. Raiders take it.
Here comes Wellage. Wellage to Holden. Holden layup. Good! Oh,
7-point game. The Raiders have scored 9 in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, boy.
It's Oakland all over again, folks.
Shea, this is what March is all about. Timeout, Northern Kentucky. Wow.
And the Raider fans are loving it. And NKU has gone silent inside the Farmers Coliseum. Tanner Holden, Grant Basili saying not so fast, my friends, in the words of Lee Corso.
A couple key turnovers there for Wright State forced this stretch. Raiders on a 9-0 run over the last minute and 50 seconds. This is very eerily similar to the Oakland game last Thursday night. Can the Raiders complete it? We'll see over the next 9:44.
And a couple sloppy turnovers by NKU led to a couple buckets for the Raiders. We'll see if NKU can find a way to get back to what worked for them. If Wright State can continue to force turnovers and get the ball inside, it really may be Oakland 2.0. They're back within 7, still plenty of time to go.
Yeah, for sure. And I love this right here. Wright State Athletic Director Bob Grant down there with his arms in the air, hyping up the crowd, and it sure worked for him. They're on a 9-0 run right now.
And he said, you know, he's the stoic admin last week against Oakland, but hey, even the athletic director needs to have a little fun now and then. BG getting into it. He knows what's on the line tonight between these two rivals.
For sure. Warwick to inbound here. They'll get it in to Langdon.
Langdon guarded by Holden. The Norse have turned it over on back-to-back possessions. Vincent. Handoff Faulkner.
Need another stop.
Langdon. Stop-start move. Langdon hands off Vincent. 10 to shoot. Vincent driving. Handoff Brandon. Brandon.
Great defense. Great defense right there by Basili. Here comes Tanner Holden. Raiders can cut it.
That snowball's getting bigger and bigger. Holden
will hand it to Grant Basili. Basili goes right to the rim and scores. And the foul.
Basili lets out a roar. And so do the Raiders.
Wow. Raiders within 5.
Parker Grant Basili is one of the least emotional guys in this conference. There's not a lot that gets him going. He put that in and unleashed his inner loud and love, looked at the student section and let a roar out in unleashing his inner caveman. I love it.
This is unbelievable. Basili free throw. Got it.
We got a 4-point game. You knew it wasn't going to end in a blowout.
No.
It never does.
Tanner Holden getting the crowd involved here. Crowd is loud here at the Farmers Coliseum.
Here come those second half Raiders again. Langdon guarded by Holden. Nowhere to go. Gets it out to Warwick. 10 to shoot for the Norse. Warwick gets a screen. Warwick guarded closely by Calvin. Warwick trying to snap it. No! Rebound, Calvin.
Raiders coming here. Calvin with it now. Calvin
slow it
double
down.
team
Calvin
comes.
gets it out to Basili.
Nice play. Into
Gets it to Wellens. 2-point game. Wright State has come back from the dead for the second time this week.
Tanner Holden trying to poke it away. Nice pass inside to Nelson, and he gets it.
And that's a bucket the Norse needed.
For sure. 4-point game. 8:18 to go in the game. Calvin with it.
Raiders have all the momentum. They trail by 4.
Calvin to Holden on the left wing. Back to Calvin.
Scott Nagy's crew just will not die in the month of March.
Welledge with it at the top of the key. Welledge inside to Holden.
And
Holden
he's fouled by Warwick. That's going to be Warwick's third.
Shea, what is happening right now?
Pandemonium. That's what's happening right now. That's a good foul by Warwick. That's only his third. Yeah. Holden was going to have an easy way up if he did not grab him there. Smart foul by a very smart player.
Yeah. And Wright State is in the bonus, so Holden will go to the free throw line to cut it to a one-possession game.
Basili and Holden have turned up the heat in this second half.
First free throw, good.
Parker, this really feels like it's going to be a game of 3-on-3 down the stretch. Basili, Calvin, Holden versus Warwick, Langdon, Faulkner. Your best versus our best. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, may the best trio win. 3-point game, 8:02 to go. Holden, second free throw, good. It's a 2-point game.
Raider fans have been saying all year they have the best big three in the Horizon League. They've got 8 minutes to prove it.
Crowd on their feet. Here we go.
Vincent, Calvin trying to play denial on Warwick. Warwick, handoff inside. Off! No, a block is called against Holden. That'll be his third.
Man. I don't know if I like that.
50-50.
We'll see the replay here.
May have been in that restricted area. That's the only thing I can think of.
Well, looks like they won't show up. So we're going to go to break with our score. When we return, Northern Kentucky leads Wright State 59-57. You don't want to miss this one, folks. Championship on the line in the final 7:47. Stay with us. And we're back at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Parker, Testa, Shea, Neal alongside with you tonight. Raiders have come back from the dead. They've gone on a 16-2 run over the last 3 minutes, 47 seconds. We got a 2-point game in Indy. Wright State 57, Northern Kentucky 59, and Nelson at the free throw line.
Raiders have made their last 7 shots. It was 57-41. Wright State trailed by 16. And now with the second free throw on the way, the Raiders within 3, 60-57. What a comeback. And job not done as Nelson knocks down a big pair of free throws. But the Raiders are back within striking distance with plenty of time and all the momentum.
Absolutely. 7:42 to go. Northern Kentucky 61, Wright State 57. Here's Calvin with it now. Calvin.
Raiders have made their last 7 shots. Basili
will hand it in to Holden. Holden goes right to the rack. Layup. How is that not a foul?
And Langdon comes away with it. Langdon handoff. Faulkner steps into one. Short. Calvin comes away with it.
And this defense has been stout for Scott Nagy's team over the last 4 minutes.
Calvin lost it for a second. Gets it back. Trey got to get rid of it. Gets it to Finke. Down low to Basili. Basili spinning on Nelson. Grab Basili again! Grab Basili is the best forward in the league, and he's playing like it.
59-61. Norse by 2. We're under 7 minutes to play in the championship.
Warwick, he's hit so many big shots tonight. Gotta think he's going to get it down the stretch.
Langdon tried to poke away by Holden, but able to keep it. 6 to shoot. Langdon.
5 to shoot. Langdon gets a screen. Langdon goes up. And no, rebound Basili. They can tie or take the lead.
Here's Trey Calvin with it. Raiders are going to set their offense. Basili.
Raiders have not led since about halfway through the first half.
Wellich drives back out to Finke. Finke, mid-range jumper.
Good! We're tied in Indianapolis. The Raiders have come all the way back. Banana Man's hype. And so are we.
Wow.
Nelson, Langdon, 6 to go. Vincent denied by Finke. Warwick guarded by Calvin, 10 to shoot. Screen comes. Warwick wants to dance. Warwick lost the ball. Turnover back to the Raiders. Warwick tried to do one too many things there, Parker, and he gives it up. I don't get it. He had Calvin in the air. It looked like he could have drawn a foul there.
Wright State hasn't led since they led 7-6 with 16 minutes to play in the first half.
And I'll tell you what, Finke only with 7 points tonight, but he's shot 3 of 4. When they've needed him to shoot, Tim's delivered tonight.
Wright State went on a 16-0 run. They've made 9 of their last 10.
NKU hasn't hit a shot in 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Holden for the lead. Yes! Raiders have the lead. Tanner Holden again with 5.5 to go. Vincent guarded by Finke. Vincent wants to dance. Double team comes. Faulkner driving. No. Fight for the rebound. Nelson gets it and lays it in.
Adrian Nelson.
What a defensive effort by Scott Nagy's team over the last 10 minutes. Unbelievable.
5 to go. We're tied. 2 arch rivals for a spot in the dance. This is what it's all about.
Here's Trey Calvin. Calvin gets it over to Holden. Holden drives, layup as he's going to turn around. Basili now.
Basili on Faulkner. Like that matchup.
Goes up. Foul.
Foul. No, a jump ball.
Oh, man.
And the possession arrow will stay with Wright State. I liked that matchup. Grant Basili 6 inches taller, but that's an unbelievable play by Faulkner. It will stay with the Raiders. 12 seconds on the shot clock. 4:52 to go tonight.
Again, we appreciate you hanging out with us on this Tuesday evening edition of Horizon League Basketball. Parker Testa, Shea, Neal alongside with you tonight from Indianapolis. Inside is Basili. Basili will get it over to Wellich.
As this game has been recently called the Hayes Invitational.
Basili for 3. No. Rebound controlled by Calvin, though. Wellich with it now.
Nice
over to
find.
Finke.
Inside, Grant lays it in. Raiders have the lead. 65-63, 4.5 to go. And you can feel just how badly both these teams want it. Vincent, Warwick. Get ready for Warwick to shoot a whole bunch in the final 4 minutes. Warwick, yes.
Oh, boy. Raiders have done a good job of keeping him at a minimum over the last few minutes. They need to continue that defense. Calvin with it now. Calvin spins.
Pretty spin
Gets it to Grant Basili. Over to Wellich.
Nice pass.
Wellich out to Finke. 3-pointer. Got
it! Tim Finke with the biggest shot of his career. And he has been the old Tim Finke tonight.
68-65. 3:45 to go in the game. Raiders by 3. Here's Langdon. Langdon
lost the ball.
Taken away. Here comes Wright State. Wellich with it now. Up to Holden. Layup. Pause.
Big foul. Hard foul on Vincent.
That was tough.
That was a knee to the head of Tanner Holden.
We will step away, folks. We're going to crown a champion when we come back. Raiders by 3. 68-65. Don't go away. Back here in Indianapolis at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Wright State leads 68-65 with 3:35 to go. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Shea Neal again.
Shea Neal living life in the fast lane.
We appreciate we appreciate you joining us. We've had unbelievable ratings the past 2 evenings here in Indianapolis, so thank you so much for that. Recordings of both of these past 2 games will be uploaded to the WWSU 106.9 FM YouTube channel by tomorrow evening. As Tanner Holden hits the first free throw.
Raiders
And
with a 2-possession
second free
lead.
throw, rattles around, no. Rebound goes to Brandon.
Parker, the Raiders were down 16 with 12 minutes to go in this game. Now have a 2-possession lead and all the momentum. Langdon, Faulkner, a lot of Warwick here in the last 3 minutes. We'll see. Brandon, Langdon.
Yeah, they'd be smart not to take it away from Warwick.
Langdon, step back, 5 to shoot. Langdon going at Holden. Warwick defended nicely. Calvin tipped it, but a foul.
Oh, man.
With 2 on the shot clock, Calvin picks up his first.
Northern Kentucky not quite in the bonus yet, so this is going to be an inbounds play. Yeah, they'll have a fresh shot clock as well.
20 seconds on the shot clock, 3:06 on the game clock, 69-65 Raiders. Lead it by 4. 3 minutes away from sending a team to the dance as the Horizon League champ. Warwick, floater over Basili is good. Marquez Warwick, ice in his veins. He's got 25. Calvin, Wellage, down low Basili, going at Brandon. Basili bullying his way in, no. And Brandon cleans it up. 2.5 to go. Norse Kintyre take the lead. Langdon stops on a dime. Resets. 2:20 to go. Langdon. Warwick and Vincent to his right. Brandon and Faulkner to his left. Now works right. Warwick denied by Finke. Langdon. And offensive foul drawn by Calvin. Langdon picks up his third. Calvin plays elite defense. Raiders bring it up. Almost 2 minutes flat. Almost 2 minutes flat. 69-67. Calvin down low. Calvin, guarded by Faulkner, works his way back up. Finke. Raiders need 1 or 2 more clutch shots down the lane. Basili spinning, going up, blocked. Langdon cleans it up. Brandon hits the deck. Warwick driving, kicking. Vincent! It's off!
Oh, that's lucky.
Calvin gets the rebound.
Here comes Calvin. 90 seconds to play. Here we go, folks.
Calvin.
Calvin with it now. He will go against Warwick here. Holden against Langdon.
Holden.
Holden puts a shoulder down, and it's a block.
Foul on Langdon. Langdon furious as that's his 4th.
1:20 to go. Wright State 69, Northern Kentucky 67. And Tanner Holden's going to go to the free throw line here with a chance to add 2 more.
And these field goal percentages have certainly evened up since the start of this game. Now 52% for the Norse, 45% for the Raiders. Holden's first free throw short. Holden needing a big shot here. He's 8 of 10 at the line tonight.
You got to hit this shot if you're Tanner.
Tanner, the most important player on this Raiders roster, able to deliver. 70-67.
19 for Holden, 19 for Calvin, 18 for Basili. The big 3 has certainly stepped up tonight for Wright State.
And Langdon calls a timeout. 1:16 to go. Raiders by 3, 70-67.
This is unbelievable.
What a night for the Horizon League. What a night for both of these programs. What a night for us.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. What a 36 hours we've had here in Indianapolis.
No doubt about
It
it.
has been an unbelievable couple days.
Raiders had a tough way to get here. They played Oakland on Thursday in the quarterfinals, a team that was in first for a good portion of the year. They were able to take care of them after overcoming a 15-point deficit. Played the number 1 seed defending champion Cleveland State Vikings, a team they had lost to twice this year, beat them by 15. And tonight, their arch rivals, the NKU Norse, were 2-0 against the Raiders this year, had a 16-point lead, and now the Raiders are 76 seconds away from potentially punching their ticket to the tournament.
Yeah, this has been an unbelievable night. here at the Farmers Coliseum. Again, can't thank all of you enough for joining us and spending your Tuesday evening with us as we provide you with updates here from Indianapolis.
Vincent, Warwick, Faulkner, Brandon, and Langdon, the 5 out there for the Norse. Vasily, Holden, Calvin, Wellage, and Finke, the 5 out there for the Raiders.
Time's ticking away, Shea.
Brandon.
Do or die here.
Warwick, step back, handoff Vincent. Faulkner, driving. Faulkner, spinning. Faulkner, short. And a foul is called on Andrew Wellage.
Scott Nagy puts his head in his hands. But not the most frustrated we've seen Scott Nagy this year.
I think Scott Nagy's got just as much nerves as everyone else in the building.
Absolutely. 61 seconds remain in the Horizon League title game.
Faulkner 6 of 6 at the line tonight. He has quieted down since that first half. Big free throws here for the senior. First one, good. 70-68.
And Shea, this stress is not healthy for anybody right now.
Absolutely not. Faulkner with 14 in what could be his final game, depending on the outcome of this one. Second free throw to cut it to 1 is off. Rebound, fought for. Holden dives, gets it, and calls a timeout. No, they're going to say him at the baseline. And it's going to be Norse basketball.
And that's big.
With 58.1 to go. That ball, I think 6 different players touched it. Holden's hand did definitely hit the baseline there.
And the officials will go and look at it.
They'll look at it. Obviously, this late in this big of a game, you want to make sure you get it right. But seeing that again, I think they got it right. It looked like Holden's hand hit the baseline there.
We're going to see the officials look at it here. So Wright State 70, NKU 68, 58.1 seconds remain. And this is way too close for comfort for anybody here in this arena and for those of you listening at home.
Well, I think they're checking to see. Yeah, it's going to be Norse basketball. Definitely not enough to overturn that call, but it looked like his hand was out of bounds. I think that was pretty easy.
Yeah, pretty easy call there for the officials.
So the Norse have it, 58 seconds to go. They're down 2, a chance to tie or take the lead. Parker, we know who's getting the ball.
Yeah.
The guy with 25 points.
Number 3.
Langdon. 55 seconds to go. Vincent the drive. Vincent lost it. And it's Raider ball. Holden tipped it away. What a play by Tanner Holden. Vincent went against Finke, and Holden sneaks up from behind him, and Vincent dribbled it off his shoe. Raider ball. The 5th turnover of the night by the freshman.
Wow. And that's big for Wright State. They can milk some clock.
Parker
and score right here. They're in good shape.
Both of these fan bases have a long drive back home tonight. One's going to be thrilled. One's going to be heartbroken. We're 45 seconds away from finding out.
Crowd on their feet. Calvin with it now. Calvin screen from Basili. Over to Basili now. Handoff Holden. Holden guarded by Marquez Warwick. Holden drives. He'll drive again, and that's going to be it's going to be an offensive foul.
Yep, and that's a great play by Warwick, setting his feet. Tanner got a little too aggressive there, and Holden picks up his 4th.
4-second difference between shot and game clock. 70-68 Raiders. 34.7 remaining in the championship game.
If you're the Norse, do you go for the tie or do you go for the lead here?
I say you got to be aggressive. Go for the lead.
Faulkner. Warwick not getting it, but Calvin hit the deck. They want an offensive foul. They will not get it. Langdon. Step back, drive. Warwick for the lead. Go!
Oh, my Lord.
Marquez Warwick.
Unbelievable. All right, do or die time for Wright State. Here we go. Calvin with it now.
Raiders, a shot to win the championship.
Drive, shot from the mid-free throw line.
Good! Whoa! 10 to play. Timeout. NKU. Calvin with ice in his veins gives the Raiders a 1-point lead.
Oh, my Lord.
What a night in the Horizon League Championship.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
What a shot by Warwick, first of all. Unbelievable shot by Warwick. And then Calvin comes right back. Anything you can do, I can do better. Raiders have the lead with 10 seconds to go.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's all I have to say. First of all, what a shot by Warwick. Fading away, hits the deck as the ball leaves his hands, hits the big three-point shot, and then right away, Trey Calvin comes right down the court, a step-back jumper from the free throw line, a shot he's been good at all year.
No timeout.
Hits the shot.
Nope.
And Raiders have the lead by 1 with 10.5 seconds to go. And we're going to crown a champion in those 10.5 seconds.
This 10.5 seconds may take 10.5 minutes.
I am with you. This is unbelievable.
Raider fans are loud. NKU fans are loud. Raiders by 1. 10.5 seconds to go. Holden tries to get the team fired up. It will be Northern Kentucky basketball. And Parker, we know who's getting it.
Yeah.
And he's going to have a shot to win it all.
Shea, I don't know if I can watch. I'm nervous.
Warwick will be inbounding it, so they cannot deny him the ball. Here they go. Warwick gets it to Faulkner. 8 to play.
Vincent drives. Shot.
Langdon.
Corner. Langdon has to shoot it.
No!
Rebound. Raiders are the Horizon League champions.
What a night! And the Raiders come all the way back and complete the redemption tour. And for the first time since 2018, it shines green and gold in the Horizon League.
Oh my goodness, what a night here at the Farmers Coliseum. You couldn't have asked for a better game. You absolutely couldn't have asked for it.
Both of these teams played their butts off. Both of these teams proved why they should be here. And I'm telling you what, Marquez Warwick is an unbelievable talent, and he's going to win a Player of the Year before he graduates. What a night for the Raiders. They're champions, and they're going dancing. Let's try to put a bow on it when we come back.
The Wright State Raiders are the Horizon League champions. We are back here at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Wright State wins it 72-71. Tanner Holden hit a game-winning shot with 10.5 seconds remaining. An unbelievable game here at the Farmers Coliseum tonight. Parker, Testa, Shea, Neal.
This is March, man.
This is unbelievable.
March.
This is unbelievable. What a night. The big three for Wright State, and that is Basili, Calvin, and Holden. Calvin led all scorers with 21, Holden with 19, and Basili with 18. But Marquez Warwick had 28 points. What a performance for Marquez tonight. He is an unbelievable talent.
He's going to win a Player of the Year before it's all said and done. It might be next year, to be honest.
Yeah. So this is going to be a very brief post-game show, folks. But before we wrap it up, I want to give a quick somber moment here. Tonight was the final basketball broadcast for our very own Shea Neal of his WWSU career. And I just want to give a quick thank you to everything that Shea has done for this station and for our sports department. Shea, thanks so much, buddy.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. It's been an absolute honor. It's been a blast building this sports department up from where we were to where we are now. And, it just feels a little sweeter when you can ride off into the sunset. Absolutely awesome to go out on a championship.
Absolutely. So, folks, the Raiders, again, Horizon League champions, and we will see you back in Dayton. We're going to go celebrate, folks. Thank you for your support over the last 48 hours. We will see you soon. Raider up.